Coach, can you just, I mean, you got down, but the team didn't mail it in. They continued to fight throughout that second half. Can you just, you got to be pleased with the effort, that start there.
Yeah, no, I thought the effort was probably good enough to win the game. I mean, obviously, the stat sheet, you figure out why we lost the game. But yeah, I mean, the effort, and I think we're growing up a little bit, we're maturing a little bit, and it's nice to see. It's a process, it's a frustrating process. You know, we've had some bad games, we've had some bad losses, and I don't know that this is necessarily one of them. I mean, that's a very good team. I think it's maybe the best team we played all year, and we get to play them again. So yeah, I mean, the effort I thought was fine.
Is that the thing that you take most from this is, hey, this was the best team that you played to this point, and your girls stuck their noses in there and weren't intimidated, may have turned the ball over a little bit. Is that the biggest thing you take from this?
I mean, I think that's the biggest positive, yeah, is that, you know, for parts of the game, and you know, unfortunately the whole game counts, but for parts of the game we played very well with the team that I have got a lot of respect for. I enjoy the way they play. I think they play incredibly hard. They run good stuff. Clearly they're well coached. So to be able to compete with a team like that and see that, I think that's probably where we're striving to be. And yeah, I think it's very positive to be able to go toe-to-toe with a team like that for as long as we did.
Coach, 43 points off your turnovers. Talk about their ability to kind of turn mistakes into points and, you know, do it often.
Yeah, I mean, they did. I don't know, without really watching the tape, I don't understand exactly how we turned the ball over so many times. I know some of them were just errant passes. I know, you know, part of their press is they do a good job of rotating down, and it looks like people are open that really aren't open. And we got suckered into making that pass a couple times. You know, and they do a good job of moving. I mean, they cover a lot of ground while the ball's in the air. You don't have, you know, I think the difference between their press and the presses we've seen thus far is that you don't have as much time to make decisions in their press. You know, they do a great job of moving while the ball's in the air. And, you know, a lot of people, as a matter of fact, almost every press we've seen to date, when we throw it over the top, those kids that we throw it over just kind of jog back into play. Well, their kids sprint back into play and try to trap you again. So if you can move the ball, you can keep the ball ahead of their kids. But, you know, hold it, any second of indecision creates another trap. And I think that's probably what makes their defense a little bit unique, and I think that's what gave us trouble, was, you know, their ability to trap a second trap, which we didn't see a lot of early in the preseason.
Coach, we won't see you. Can you just touch on the quick turnaround now? It's the Horizon League schedule Thursday, Saturday, and getting ready for Milwaukee now on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, we've got tape broken down in Milwaukee, and we'll meet as a staff in the morning, and we practice. Thankfully, we don't practice till tomorrow afternoon. You know, so we'll put together a game plan to play Milwaukee. You know, and you know, they got to do the same thing we have to do. I mean, they got to get ready and prep and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, the nature of our offense is that we're going to run our offense. I mean, we're going to run our motion offense against any kind of man offense, and we're going to use our zone principles against zones. So there's not a lot of prep on the offensive end. It's mostly defensive work, trying to figure out how exactly we're going to try to stop them.
You guys didn't shoot nearly as many three-pointers tonight as you have been accustomed to. Is that part of the game plan?
I mean, it was part of the game plan. You know, we talked after the Chicago trip, and thankfully you guys didn't see those games. But we settled way too much in Chicago. I mean, we've fallen in love with this idea of just hoisting up threes, and they're rarely, sometimes they don't even really look like shots. And we wanted to be more aggressive and try to attack the rim. Now, we didn't get as many to the free throw line as much as we'd hoped, but we did get there more than they did. You know, so I was happy about that, and we just want to try to be more aggressive to the rim. The other side of it is they do cover a lot of ground, and they cover it quickly, and there's not a lot of them. I mean, as I look back, I don't see a lot of shots thinking, boy, I wish we would have shot that three. I mean, they're usually there, and they do a great job of moving it. And it's partially, a good portion of it is them defensively, and I think part of it is we have changed our mindset a little bit to try to be more aggressive.